Hello. Today we're going to learn how to field strip the H&K P7 PSP type pistol. We'll go ahead and get started. First thing is you want to do with all firearms, check the weapon, make sure there's no cartridges in the magazine or the chamber, and go ahead and remove the magazine. Drop the slide. The first thing that I usually start with this weapon is disassembly of the magazine for cleaning. You'll need some sort of a punch to do that. I use a little nylon tip punch, works fine. There's a little hole in the base of the magazine. Use your punch to depress the plunger in that hole. Push the floor plate forward, remove it from the magazine. Then ease the bottom plate, the spring, and the follower will come right out with it. This allows the magazine body to be clean and maintained, as well as the spring and that. If you're replacing the spring, the small rounded edge always goes to the front, and the larger loop edge fits down on the bottom of the inner magazine plate. Next step, I recommend you do this with the slide in place on the weapon, is to remove the firing pin assembly for cleaning and maintenance in the firing pin tunnel. This is best accomplished using the H&K die assembly tool made for this gun. And the way this thing is used, insert the two prongs in the slots in the back of the firing pin assembly, then depress the cocker until the cocking indicator bottoms out on the bottom slot of the tool. Then just push in slightly and turn clockwise, half a turn. Then you can simply fully depress the cocking mechanism, and that'll allow the firing pin assembly to be removed from the slide. This can also be disassembled for cleaning and maintenance. Rotate the back locking piece off. The firing pin springs, the firing pin end cap can be removed by pushing them down. There's a tiny little pin here that needs to be pushed out, and then they'll remove off the front of the gun for cleaning or replacement of the spring. Reassembly is in the reverse order. Just lay that down into the slot and turn. That's all set up and ready to go. To reassemble this back into the firearm, the cocking piece here, or the trip piece here on the firing pin, is set to the right, like so, and then just insert it into the gun. Slightly pulling down the cocking piece sometimes helps. And then just have to fiddle it around a little bit until it goes into place. Turn counterclockwise until it stops, and that's reset back into its firing pin tunnel. To remove the slide, depress the takedown button, pull the slide back approximately 1/8 of an inch and lift straight up, and then you can pull it and the recoil spring off the front of the gun. Recoil spring will come free. The gas cylinder assembly, or the gas piston assembly I should say, can be removed for cleaning. I don't recommend you do this unless you absolutely have to replace the spring or the piston assembly. Leave this assembled, it can simply be brushed clean. Removing the grips for cleaning the internals. This confuses some people. It's pretty easily actually. Use the other end of the die assembly tool to remove the screws. I've done this already in the interest of time savings. And then to remove these grips, starting with the left one, lift up and pull forward, and it'll pop right off. On the right grip, easiest way to do it is to lift up on the front corner and then push forward like so. And a little bit of pulling, it'll pop right off. This is exposing the internal areas of the gun for cleaning, lubrication, and maintenance. I don't recommend you take these down unless you have a detailed manual to follow. It can be kind of confusing when you go to reassemble it. So there's a lot of smaller components in here that need to be put in exactly as they should be. Use a manual when you go ahead and disassemble this. Mainly you just need to wipe this down and give it a light coat of oil. And then to replace the grips, front grip, set it down like so it's slightly leaning forward, push down, and usually goes together a little easier than that. Oh, I don't have it right. There we go. Okay. There we go. Fiddle around with it a little bit until you get it right, and push back. It'll pop in. Mine usually pops in a lot easier than that one did. This one here, this little front section on the inside of the grip, line it up with the pin on this side, like so, and then just push back and they'll click into place. Reassemble the slide by inserting the recoil spring onto the barrel. Fit the slide down onto the recoil spring. Make sure the gas piston assembly is hinged downward so it can enter the gas cylinder. Pull straight back, and if everything's aligned correctly, there we go. Which I don't have it aligned correctly. There we go. Make sure that spring fits down into the recess in the front of the slide. Pull it straight back like so until the rear of the slide drops onto the frame. Ease it forward. The gun's now reassembled. Reassemble the magazine. Follower, the step, goes to the front of the magazine. Insert it. The spring and bottom follower, internal follower, the rounded portion goes to the front of the magazine. Insert it. Depress the spring. And then just slide the floor plate forward. You can use your punch here to kind of help it along a little bit. Push it forward until it clicks. Do a function test, and good to go. I hope this helps with field stripping your H&K P7 pistol. Thank you for watching.